they've got a chance to redeem themselves now as we move into this Aquarius Slayer game. You know, all's on the line here. All is on the line here for Divine Mind. If they win this game, they go straight through to the next round. Australian Rush, they need to win this one to stay alive. We're moving straight to Slayer. You know, names to watch in this one, Justin. Who are you wanting to focus on?
Oh, wow. Well, we highlighted Chef. I'd like to see what he can do. I know he didn't stop grinding towards the end of Halo 5. He used that opportunity to try and hone his skills a little bit. What skills while everyone was sleeping and napping. He was training during the off season, and it does look like it's starting to pay off for him and Chef with that lovely space station skin. The yellow and the black looks fantastic. And look at this. He's taking angles and putting damage down on the map. And look at Rated just doing the classic Halo 5 thruster, really taking Chef off guard there, but doing the right things off the rip. Now on board with Slays, back on the Divine Mind roster after a couple of weeks off. Gets a nice little clean up there, slides past the second players, tries to whip around Alejo trying to stay alive, but the team shot is too strong there. Him going down. 2 kills already for Slays, and it's 5-0 in the scoreline, Hoots.
Yeah, I'm loving the movement around the map here. I mean, we just saw the thruster pack before where he just completely seizured off our screens pretty much and shot across, and then the slide through as well to avoid the back smack. He's just moving around the map really well, but I think we might be having potentially a little bit of a technical. We've just changed over, so I think maybe just Slave's just having a little bit of an issue there, but we're back on with Chef, who is just hanging out. I think we might be looking at potentially a bit of a restart here, as we have had a player drop. So look, we'll continue casting just in case we can get a reconnect soon. But I think we're gonna keep going. So we're on board with Evan here. We do have the 9-5 lead for Divine Mind, as we're on board with Evan with the perfect on Junior. But I think these players are still just trying to figure out exactly what is going on, as we have a player down here. So Berserk's going to be dropped. Rated dropped as well. There's a double. That's a great effort there from Alejo, and Bananasaurus we're now on board with shots onto Junior at the flag there. He gets another perfect. So we've seen quite a few of these today, Justin, already. In this game, sorry, I should say. And we have that camo popping up in 15 seconds.
Yeah, and now back on board with Chef. I seem to be gassing up quite a bit this series, putting shots down the map, using that new threat indicator there. He's highlighting players across the map to ping them for his teammates, and combine that with some callouts, you can get solid information. It looks like they're all getting poised to grab this camo. Chef he's baiting it out a little bit. He didn't want to be the first one to grab it. He does manage to grab it. He's going to pop it onto his chest and try and stay alive. It's critical that he doesn't go down here. Berserk trying to find, Rated trying to find him. He does get the trade, but Berserk, you know, his duo just comes in with an easy cleanup, so not able to utilize that camo all that much. Junior comes in with the Baskmack, Killjoy for him, and Junior, how many kills has he got right now? He's got 6 kills, 6 and 4, so he's still doing pretty well, even though they're playing 3 players down, and he's find himself Alejo, or the bait and switch comes in and Vank gets an easy cleanup on Junior, and that's the problem when you're a player down like that. You haven't got as much backup. It makes it really difficult. But look, Divine Mind, they're still 2 up, Hoots.
Yeah, absolutely. I have just had in my ear confirmed from the admins that play will continue as per the rules, so we stick with it here. And we do have Divine Mind still holding this 2-kill lead, so even though a man down, they are doing really well to maintain this lead and not get overrun here. And we're going to see, it's going to be interesting, Justin, are we going to see them try and maintain some kind of a distance and stick to further range fights where they can be ducking out? Because a lot of the time we do see when players get up close and personal, that's when it can get pretty messy. And if you're in a 2-on-1 up close, that can be a really difficult battle to win. So are we going to see Divine Mind try and take this a bit more passively, fight from a distance? The one thing they do need to worry about, though, is obviously they are a man down, so they can easily get overrun, as we are seeing here Berserk being pushed in here by Chef, and Chef is able to take him down. So they are going to have those issues where they do just get easily collapsed. On that being said, though, they're still maintaining a lead here. They've actually broken out to a 3-kill lead, so it was getting close, but they're staying alive here. And Junior almost out-BRing Evan there, but they're just doing their best, and that's a typical thing we've always said about Junior, is the ability to stay alive long enough that even if he can't win the fight, a teammate can come in and easily neutralize it, and that's so important in some of these fights, especially when you're a man down, Justin.
That's a good analysis of Junior. You are spot on, in my opinion. That fresh camo is up, though. Chef going in to grab it again. Berserk's got to clear him out. He's so weak. That grenade that he threw out a good 10 minutes ago, getting the cleanup on him. Berserk does go down. Divine Mind, they're hanging on by 2 kills. And look, this is a good test. They're 2 kills down. And and a player down. No, sorry, 2 kills up and a player down. It's a good test of them and their teamwork to work together as a trio to take down the full strength Australian Rush Hoots. They really need to be on their toes, have their communication flowing, and not make any mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we've seen here is that it looked like Australian Rush thought they were moving in for a push on that flag there for a bit of a collapse. Unfortunately, they got it wrong, and they've started to spread out now. And so they're going to be able to, if Divine Mind can work together well, they can isolate these guys because they are only pushing in as a 1 or a 2 in some instances. Look at Junior again, just staying alive on this box, doesn't he? Is finally taken down, but it does take them a while, and Australian Rush now do take the lead. So, this one-man down situation that Divine Mind do find themselves in, it can eventually start to become a little bit overwhelming as you find yourself having to take fights so many times. But a very, very lucky spawn there from Divine Mind. I didn't actually see who that was, able to get behind and get a quick kill. And we do have here still just this 1 kill gap. So Justin, this isn't blowing out by any stretch, even though they are a man down.
No, and I'm not sure if that's impressive for Divine Mind or embarrassing for Australian Rush because it's completely even right now. I'll let the chat decide on that one. Start a Twitter poll and find out. And 30 points apiece is the scoreline. Junior putting some shots into a bank. But here comes Bananasaurus. This is the problem when you're a player down. You get 1 weak, 2 kills in favor of Divine Mind there. And Australian Rush, they've just taken the lead again. Chef cleaning up kills with Alejo there. And look at this. Chef trying to shoot the spawners. He's doing a little bit of prediction here. Trying to stay alive. That camo is about to pop. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to bait a little bit? Alejo still top mid and primed to try and get this camo. He does grab it. Did he manage to get it on? No, it's on the ground. Ready to be scooped up. I think Divine Mind, they've got to get up there and they've got to get that camo so they can create some situations for themselves, Hoots.
Yeah, that's going to be absolutely crucial here, especially when you're a man down, to have someone that can sneak around and provide assistance without getting seen, especially when you're a man down, is so crucial. But look, we are seeing they're hanging. It's still 36 all, and for Australian Rush, at what point does this become frustrating when you find no matter what we do and we're a man up, we still can't force a lead? This has got to start to get on their minds. Get on their minds, and we are just seeing some really great teamwork of trying to stay together as much as they can. It's almost like, Justin, when you are a man down, that your teamwork just goes up another level because you know that you've got no chance trying to take individual fights and you have to stick together as a team. We do have a camo in the hand of Bananasaurus here. Australian Rush have opened up a 2-kill lead, which is one of their biggest, and we do see that now. We have Junior and Berserk dropped here, so Bananasaurus has this camo but doesn't even really need to use it right now as his team's running around. And I think, Justin, we are starting to see Divine Mind start to fall a little bit, and Australian Rush starting to put a bit of a gap on as they start to roam around here and pick up a fair few of these kills on the bottom. And as we've seen, Bananasaurus hasn't actually been dropped yet for quite a while.
Yeah, and perhaps we can use this opportunity to highlight something for the people at home and players that are, not as highly ranked as the guys on Divine Mind, is that they lose a player and all of a sudden you can prove that they can be taken down. It was like, oh, well, SSJ4, of course we can take them down if they're down a player. But the point is, if you wait for a pick, you get them a player down and then push as a unit, then you can do the same thing. It just means that that player is in the respawn screen rather than sit at home waiting for the internet to turn back on. So get your picks and collapse, and these players can bleed. If you 2-stack one of these guys, it doesn't matter how good they are, you're going to take them out faster because 2 BRs is better than 1, Hoots. Yeah,
and we are seeing Australian Rush. There's actually only 1 kill in it now, Justin, so this is getting intense. Australian Rush up by 1, but we are seeing Divine Mind really holding this staircase here. They don't want to give up any kills because once one of them drops, it's a 4-on-2 effectively. So look at the team shot coming through on Evan there. Really good work by Divine Mind. We see there must be a camo player around here because we have Junior, who's going pretty crazy with the BR, taking a few pot shots. He's dropped to 1 shot, and unfortunately it looks like Evan's going to come in, but he's using that thruster perfectly, Justin. He's able to escape a few times, but it looks like Australian Rush are able to put a 2-kill gap on here. Alejo's dropped, so now we have on board with Rated. He's dropped as well, so only 1 kill left for Australian Rush. This is going to be really hard for the Divine Mind to come back from. They're spawning on the opposite side of the map, and we're going to have Bananasaurus starting to move in. As you can see, the rest of his teammates following in on the right-hand side of him, so we're going to see a confrontation between Berserk and Bananasaurus here. It looks like Bananasaurus gets the first few shots. I mean, Berserk just has to try and get away and stay alive. 47-49, Australian Rush just need this last kill to come through, although strong team shot there on Bananasaurus, so 48-49 in favor of Australian Rush. They just need that one more, but Divine Mind managing to eke out and stay alive whenever they can. Shots on Enchef across the way from Junior. He can't finish him off. Gets the assist, so we're actually at 49 also. This is the last kill, Justin, We don't know what's going to happen here. Junior just hanging out very out in the open. He's got shots. He sees Alejo at the distance. Berserk putting shots on. Junior's coming in on the flank, actually. And we can see he's putting in shots, and he actually gets it. Junior,
No way.
Junior, 50-49. Out of nowhere, a man down. I think they were down 3 or 4 kills towards the end there, Justin. And they managed to pull out one of the more insane wins in one of the more insane games you could ever see.
Yeah, look, it was an unfortunate series of events having that player disconnect there and not be able to rejoin as per the rules. And it ended up being a bit of an interesting game, the 49-49 finish. Yes, there was a player down, but as I was saying, it's a perfect example. You have numbers on the map and you move around correctly, you're going to be able to challenge these guys. So get your slays and make your pushes. It's that simple, the Halo fundamentals. I bang on about it all the time. We do have Fluke here joining us. What did you make of that?
That had everything, lads. I've seen quite a lot of Halo. I've seen quite a lot of esports, and that had literally everything and the kitchen sink thrown at it. But congratulations to the Divine Mind boys for qualifying over to tomorrow. Obviously, the disconnect is something that we never want to see from these players, especially not being able to rejoin the lobby. But outside of that, Divine Minds, they still got the second map victory. It's a 2-0 for them here as well. Had some big heavy lifting here from Berserk as well, and Hoods. I mean, the mental fortitude, the tenacity, the skills, everything. These Divine Mind guys, they've got it all.
Mate, I thought, and we'll probably get to it in the highlights in a second, I thought that was all over. It wasn't just the fact that they were, I think they were down something like 49, 46 or 47 or something like that. But there were several instances there where Divine Mind guys were taking hits and with no shields, but they were able to back up and just the coordination to get those last few kills. And we saw, I'm pretty sure it was Junior that got that last kill. You could see on the heads up that his player marker had managed to sneak up top mid while all the focus was on Berserk and Raided. So for him to be able to just get up there and take on a fight and get that final kill is incredible. And it's not just that, they've won the series as well. We haven't even mentioned that. That's them. That's 2-0. So look, I feel for the Australian Rush guys. It's got to be a hard way to go out, but wow, for the Divine Mind guys, I think that does show sort of the kind of company they're in at the top of Australian Halo. Them and NutraBullet really are the top 2 teams, it seems like, when we see performance like that.
Yeah, that's really got to be a massive hype up for the boys. Unfortunately, we don't get to see them anymore today, but going into tomorrow, this has got to be a really massive boost for these guys, being able to come back from the brink, pull it forward, get to 2-0, make it, push themselves into the next day, and I think it is just absolutely insane that these Divine Mind guys were able to get this done. 50-49 on a Slayer is an absolute butt pucker for anybody who is playing in competitive Halo, and it is insane to see that we got here in one of our qualification series, Justin, because I think it's just a massive relief for Divine Mind fans, and everybody in chat just to be able to see Divine Mind come out against all odds.